Welcome to the Muscles and Mindset Revolution podcast, the podcast for ambitious women who are done spiraling, done starting over, and done abandoning themselves every time life gets chaotic. Women who want to feel steady, strong, and in control again while building real confidence and real strength without calorie counting or BS quick fixes. I'm your host, Ann Jones, certified life coach, personal trainer, and mindset expert. After more than 15 years in the fitness industry, I've learned that lasting change is not just about what you do, it's about who you're being. It's about self-trust, nervous system steadiness, and the way you lead yourself when life gets messy. If you are ready to stay consistent, feel grounded, and become the woman who shows up for herself in every season, you're in the right place. Let's dive in. Thank you for joining us. Today, we're going straight to the belief that ruins more women's Decembers than travel, sugar, kids home from school, and holiday chaos ever could. Here it is. You think you're losing discipline. You think you're falling off. You think you're failing December. But I'm going to tell you something the fitness industry has never had the courage to say to you. You are not failing December. December is failing you. Let's break this wide open. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Your social schedule triples overnight. Your kids are off routine. School concerts, parties, fundraisers, raffles, all crammed into the same 2 to 3 weeks. Your sleep is trash. You're completely overstimulated. Your house looks like it's been swallowed by cardboard boxes and wrapping paper. Food is everywhere and expectations are sky high. And the fitness industry has the audacity to ask you why you can't just stay consistent. So let me ask you this instead. Why on earth would your habits feel easy right now? Nothing about this month is neutral. Nothing about this month is normal life for any of us. December is not really a fair test of your discipline. It is an environment that is stacked against your nervous system, and you've been taught to blame your willpower instead of the actual load on your brain and body. For decades, the fitness industry has been shoving the same messages at you. Just be disciplined, just want it more. Stick to the plan, just try harder. But that advice only works in a vacuum, not a real woman's December. Am I right? Because real women aren't waking up to, sometimes, but often real women aren't waking up to quiet mornings and stable routines. Real women are managing kids melting down over the advent calendar, surprise deadlines from work, emotional landmines with family dynamics and travel, and the pressure to make the season magical. Like so much pressure. You don't need any more rules. You need language that validates your reality and a strategy that works with your capacity, not against it. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body this month. When your stress is up, I like to say when your stress bucket is full, your sympathetic nervous system lights up. Your brain shifts into survival. And here's what that means. Your capacity drops. It's not your motivation that's dropping. It's not that you don't want it bad enough. You are not lazy. You are overloaded. And in my niche, anyways, the women who come to me, who work with me, are just like me, like I once was. We have high expectations of ourselves that we think are very reasonable. And it's hard to hear when they're not, when they're unreasonable, when you're overloaded. We expect all of this December shit to be like piled onto us and then be able to manage it the same or better than usual. So it's not that motivation is dropping. Capacity is getting pushed out. And then second of all, your executive function tanks when your sympathetic nervous system lights up, when you are in sympathetic. Your planning, organizing, deciding all get harder. Your decision fatigue skyrockets. You've already made 7,000 micro decisions before 10 a.m., right? Like at home, at work, as women, we are usually over responsible by default or by choice. So decision fatigue skyrockets at this time of year and when you're unsympathetic. And then lastly, your body prioritizes survival, not fat loss. I know. Yes, macros matter, but not when your nervous system thinks you're under threat. And you're not going to be able to stick to your macros when your nervous system is under threat. So it doesn't matter. I always say state before strategy. You can have the best strategy, the best goddamn meal plan. If your state isn't sympathetic all the time, you're never going to be able to follow it. And even if you can, it won't last and it won't feel good. And that's why you find yourself overeating at night, why your workouts feel harder, why you start numbing it with snacks or scrolling or treats. Why the smallest task feels like too much. Why choosing a rug feels too hard. You're not weak. You're overwhelmed. And overwhelmed women don't need more rules. They need more support. Oh my gosh. We moved to a new house a few months ago, right? 3 months ago. And there's no carpet. So it needs rugs. And I bought some great ruggable rugs on Black Friday sale. But I was like so exhausted of all the house things, the school things, and the business decisions and parenting things. I was like to my husband, can you just What rug? Can you just choose the rug? Like, I can't do it, and I can't be responsible for it. Let me paint what this actually looks like in real life, because I guarantee you've lived some version of this. It's Tuesday. You woke up already tired because you went to bed late again. You needed some me time, and December nights never seem to end when there are gifts to wrap, lunches to make, and kids who suddenly remember 6 different school events happening tomorrow. You're barely awake and you skip breakfast because you're too busy. You grab coffee and tell yourself you'll eat later. You open your email inbox and immediately your heart rate spikes. 3 unexpected deadlines, a reminder about the staff party, a field trip form you forgot to sign, an email from your kid's teacher asking for one more thing for the Christmas hamper and reminding you that they're decorating your desks today. Your body is in survival mode before 9 a.m. And then by noon, you've made 400 tiny decisions and eaten no real food. Your blood sugar is crashing. The noise level in your brain is high. You start snapping at people you love or you like. You start to feel guilty. And then you tell yourself you're just being emotional. It's probably your hormones, probably perimenopause. At 3 p.m., you grab something sweet because your body is begging for quick energy. At 4:30, you think, I should work it, but I'm exhausted, behind. So you skip it and the guilt piles on. Can you relate? By 8 p.m., you're raiding the pantry, not because you're weak, but because your system is underfed, overstimulated, and under-resourced. Nothing about that day is a discipline problem. Nothing about that day is a motivation problem. That day is a capacity problem. That day is a December problem. And if any part of that story made your stomach drop, it's because your nervous system recognized itself. And that is the pattern that we are rewiring. So what if we stopped looking at December as a test you're supposed to pass and instead asked a better question? What if December is a season that asks you to play the game differently? Not harder, not perfectly, just differently. Instead of forcing peak performance habits into a low capacity season, what if you adapt the strategy to match your reality? This is where women stop self-abandoning. It's where they start moving into self-attunement. It's where consistency becomes possible again. I want to give you 2 anchors that will stabilize your entire month. These are very simple, practical, 0 perfection required, and they have the highest return on your energy and your sanity. Anchor number 1, eat breakfast with protein. I know you've heard it before, but this is a non-negotiable in December. Not when you remember, not after coffee, first. Just do it first. You'll feel better. You'll make better decisions, I promise you. Because when you skip breakfast, your blood sugar crashes, your cravings explode, your emotional window narrows, your stress bucket fills up, and nighttime snacking becomes more inevitable. This one anchor alone will reduce 70% of your December spiral. Anchor number 2, a breath and a pause before reacting. This one's tough, but it only takes 30 seconds. That's it. You don't need to sit for a meditation. You don't need a full nervous system protocol right now. You just need a moment to bring your brain back online before you respond. That tiny pause is how you tune in and stay attuned instead of reactive. Here's the identity shift I want you to play with trying on in December. You are not a woman who quits in December. You are not a woman who quits. Quit quitting. You are a woman who chooses the version of consistency that this month actually allows. You meet your capacity, you honor your humanity, you keep the thread, you refuse to disappear from yourself. Your consistency doesn't die in December, it just shapeshifts. And that is not failure, that is a leadership. If you want clarity on what your December or January baseline should look like, for your energy, your emotions, your body, and your goals, book a free alignment audit in December. 10, 15 minutes with my team, 0 pressure. I love this stuff. We eat it up, right? Like, I'm so curious about the brain and what's working for you and what's keeping you stuck. I get your baseline, I get your strategy, and you can walk away knowing exactly what will keep you grounded this month. I'll put the link in the show notes. You are not supposed to feel perfect right now. You are supposed to feel human. And you are fully capable of moving forward as that human. December is not the month where everything falls apart unless you decide it is. It's the month where you learn how to lead yourself anyway. And that is the real work. If this episode spoke to you, if it calmed your system or made you feel seen, please share it with a woman who needs that too. Or leave a quick review. It takes less than a minute and it helps this show reach more women who are tired of abandoning themselves every December or any other time of the year. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you being here and for caring enough about your sweet self to listen. I'll see you next week, my friend.